Hello my YouTube friends! OBS version 27 is here and it has some epic new features. Today, I'm gonna show you my 5 favorite new features in OBS version 27. So let's get to it! My analytics say that 80% of the folks watching my content are not subscribed. Am I doing something wrong? If so, let me know in the comments. But if you are looking for tools, tips, and tricks that can help make you a better YouTuber or live streamer, subscribe to the channel and click that bell so you don't miss any new content. This first one is simple but long overdue. The undo feature. I know people are like, oh Mike, come on man, this is a stupid feature, but you know, when you don't have it, you really miss it. So I'm just gonna move this video around the screen, resize it, move it over here, maybe resize it again, then I'm gonna move it up again, and we're just gonna kind of do a bunch of moves with it. And then if I go over here to edit, you can see Control Z means you can undo what you just did. And of course, this is a really basic example, but this will be a lifesaver if you make any big changes in a bunch of scenes and they don't work. So that one's awesome. My Mac brothers and sisters have been waiting a long time for this, but it's finally here. The Mac browser dock feature. Epic. The first thing you'll notice is I'm in a Mac. And to get the browser dock to work, we go up here to View, and we're going to go to Docs and Custom Browser Docs. And I'm gonna put the name of my dock in here. We're gonna call this one Chat. I'm gonna show you how to add a simple chat dock. And now we need the URL from our live stream. So I'm gonna go over here and I'm gonna get our chat URL. Right next to live chat, we're just gonna click the 3 little dots there. And I'm gonna select pop out chat. And then I'm gonna just copy this little URL right here. We're gonna go back into OBS and I'm gonna paste that URL right here. And we're gonna click apply and close. And there we go. There's our chat panel. And we're just gonna drag it over here to the left and drop it in and resize the panel. And now we have our chat docked in our live stream on a Mac. This feature is awesome and way overdue. YouTube just loves that like button. In fact, if you're new to me and seeing this video, it's probably because some kind person before you popped that like button. So please pass on that kindness and pop that like button too. In fact, if you have a second, check out the comments and pop that like as well. You don't need to be picky. You can pop the like on one of any comment. In fact, maybe the one that says, damn, you're ugly, or one that tells me I should hook up a horse and buggy and take a Sunday drive, or even the one that says 80% aren't subscribed because you suck and you're old. It's all good. Popping that like just doesn't matter. Pop, 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 pop them all. No, but seriously, it really does help me out and it makes my cat Dusty super happy too. So thanks. Transitions have always been a huge part of OBS, but in version 27, they take it to a whole new level by adding source transitions. As you can see, we have a little video running right over here on the left-hand side. I'm just going to right-click on that video in sources, and I'm gonna go to show transition, and I'm going to select swipe, and you can select the direction that you want your swipe to happen. In this case, I'm gonna keep it at left and click OK. And then I'm going to go ahead and right click and go to hide transition. We're going to go to swipe and we're going to switch the direction. This will go to the right and we'll click OK. And now you can see when I show these and hide them, we get that transition animation. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip this and go from right in the show and then left in the hide. And now I'll just put this over towards the edge of the screen. And when I show it and hide it, it looks like it's just popping in from off the screen. Now you can do so many epic things with this transition. This is just one example. The 4th new feature is awesome. They added Luma Wipe transitions. So we have that same video playing in full screen. We're gonna go over here to scene transitions and we're going to select Luma Wipe. Then we're gonna go ahead and click on the gear button and select properties. And this brings up the Luma Wipe properties window. And we can look at the transition. This is just a simple slide, but if we drop down the image, you can see there are a bunch of these to select. So the clock one will rotate clockwise, and now when I switch from one scene to another, you can see we get this clock wipe. And this is just the very basics of these. You can do so many others. We're gonna go back and click on that gear and go to properties and select a couple of more to show you. This one's kind of an ink blot that just drains away. There are just so many of these, and they're really cool, and you can do them on the sources too. So if I right click on this little video in here and I go to show transition, I can select Luma Wipe, and it gives me the exact same menu, so I can select which one I want to use. Let's try fan, and there we go. We can preview it and see what it looks like. So now when I turn this source on and off, you can see when we turn it off, it slides. So now I'm going to change the hide transition. We're going to go to Luma Wipe, and we're going to select the same one at fan and click OK. So now when I turn it off and on, we get that fan transition. It just kind of appears with that motion. Awesome. What new features would you like to see in OBS? Let me know in the comments. This last one is just awesome. It's a track matte stinger transition, and I use some assets in this that you can download in the description if you want to try it out yourself. Here we are in our scene again, and I'm going to go ahead and drop down the scene transitions and select stinger, and you can name this if you want and then click OK. And we're going to select browse, and we're going to select a video file. In this case, it's a fire ring that I already created, and we're going to click open. And now we're going to go and we're going to check the use track matte, and we're going to drop the matte layout, and we're going to select separate file, and then we're going to go ahead and select our flame mask file. And now when we click OK, we can go out here and you can see what this does. It switches from one scene to another with this epic fire ring that closes everything out. It's really, really cool. And you know, you can use this on more than scene transitions. So here we are in another scene. I have Premiere in the background and my window right over top of it. So what I'm gonna do is right click on my camera, video capture device, and I'm gonna go to show transition, and I'm gonna go down to stinger, and it's the same thing. I'm gonna browse to the flaming location, and I'm going to select my track matte and change it up to separate file, select the track matte file and click open. And now I'm just going to go ahead and click OK. And now I can hide this transition. And when I show it, it's going to appear with that flaming ring. Friggin' awesome. If you want to see how you can have your audience change scenes in your live stream, you should check this video out. And if you're always looking for tools, tips, and tricks that can help make you a better YouTuber or live streamer, subscribe to the channel. My name is Michael Fire Jr. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one.